Best teachers पढ़ाए तो simple लगे everything. Leaderboards and quizzes से
Amazing.
learning हो जाए happening. समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा.
Vedantu. Learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
Hey class, good evening everyone. How are you all doing today? I, Gopal welcome you all to today's session, which is that what is the marks weightage for each chapter, how the marks distribution has been done, what kind of paper will be there in board. So all these things we'll be discussing today. Okay, so CBSE has already released a notification in which they have told that this time the board paper will be having some changes in the paper pattern, right? And these changes, I would say, are very beneficial for you all, especially in the part of mathematics, because the very short answer type questions, their number now they will be representing 20 marks, and it's very easy. If you are done with the basics of mathematics, you'll be easily able to answer them, and if there are numerical problems, they'll be very easy type. So a very huge advantage for all the students out there. Okay, so we'll be discussing about all the part, how the marks distribution is done, which chapter carries more weightage, and all those things we'll be discussing today. Okay, so we'll be starting this whole class. Before we start the class, bachcho, I would like to tell you all that welcome to this session, and do share this video with your friends, like this video, okay, before leaving, and do comment about your reviews or any particular need, any particular question or any particular specific demand you have. Let us know it. We'll be trying to make a video upon that as well. Okay, chalo. So before starting the class, bachcho, let me tell you one thing which is a very good news for you all, and Vedantu has brought one thing that in which we are telling student for a one class challenge. Okay, now what is that one class challenge? First thing is you'll be attending one class, and that will be beneficial for you as well. How do you do it? What is the one class challenge, bachcho? First thing is you have to do is download the Vedantu app. If you have not done it till now, I would highly suggest you to download the Vedantu app. Now once you have downloaded the Vedantu app, what you will do, you will be giving your grade, you will be putting your grade, okay, grade inside it, and you can search for the micro courses which you like. Correct, there are plenty of micro courses. Now those who are not aware about what are the micro courses are the courses which we have made specific chapter wise. Okay, so suppose if you have doubt in, let's say, triangles topic, so you can go and opt for the micro course of triangles. So instead of paying for the whole course, you will be paying only for that proper topic triangle only, right? Now the prices of the course are really very low, but now here is the challenge. The challenge is attend one masterclass with Vedantu platform at its app. In its app, you will be seeing plenty of the live classes going on there. Okay, so attend any one specific to your grade, attend that class, share the screenshot of that class and the link of the micro course which you want to buy. Link of the micro course which you want to buy, and you have to email that thing at youtube@vedantu.com. Once you have done this, you'll soon get a confirmation mail, and in which you'll get a coupon code as well. And now this one class challenge will be benefiting you in buying the course in ₹1. Now you can think that there are not many things which you can buy in ₹1 except for a chocolate or something like that. Okay, but in this you can buy a micro course which will help you to improve your precious marks, right? So do attempt this challenge. Let's see. And any micro course, bachcho, see, you cannot say that sir I am all good and all. If you can see chapter wise, any subject, any chapter, you can go for the micro course wherever you have doubt. ₹1, and you can still learn all the things. Okay, rather than discussing with your friends, it's better you discuss with the Vedantu part. Okay, so this is the one class challenge, bachcho. I would hope that all of you will take this challenge, and so now see, this is the double benefit. You will be attending one class as well, and along with it you will be getting a micro course at ₹1 also. So that's like a double advantage for you all. Okay, ₹1 you don't get anything except Vedantu micro course. Okay, so let us talk about today's class. So first thing is we'll be talking about, bachcho, that what is the question paper pattern now. So this time, bachcho, as you will see that there will be 4 sections, A, B, C, D. A section all the questions are of 1 mark, in B section all the questions are of 2 marks, in C section all the questions are of 3 marks, in D section all the questions are of 4 marks. Now what is there? The total number of questions in all the sections. In A section there will be total 20 questions. Total 20 questions. Out of these, 10 will be MCQs. MCQs means multiple choice questions. A, B, C, D options will be given. The main benefit, the main advantage of these kind of questions is the answer is right in front of you. So even if suppose if you are making a mistake and you are not getting an answer which is related to all the 4 options, you definitely know you have made a mistake, right? So this gives you an awareness ki okay, I have the answer in front of me and I just need to eliminate the options or I just need to choose the correct one, right? So that's a very good part. I'm telling you bachon, this will be very helpful for you in the MCQs part. Then the fill in the blanks part. Fill in the blanks part can be very easy questions. Now see how in mathematics it can be. In mathematics part we can say ki the question may be that tangent to a circle, the angle between the tangent to a circle and the radius at the point of contact is dash. Now we know this theorem that the angle between the tangent and the radius at the point of contact is what? 90 degree. So that's a simple knowledge which we got and now we are getting marked for it as well, right? So fill in the blanks also are going to be very good and very short answer type questions. So for example, very easy questions like sin square plus cos square theta is equal to 1, prove it. So it's very easy. So these kind of questions, okay. Or they might give you ki acha ki let's say 2 tangents are equal or say the prove that the length of the tangents are equal. So these are very small type of questions. Or they will give you 3 terms of an AP and they'll ask ki what is the 4th term. So very small type of questions are there, right? Then we have category B, section B, in which there will be total 6 questions and since each question is of 2 marks, total 12 marks are there. In section A, total 20 marks. So 20 marks are the easiest one. Section B, these 12 marks will be having the short answer type. So here the questions will be bit lengthy, very bit lengthy than the section A. Okay, but still in the short answer type only. So here the small questions like 2 terms of an AP will be given, find out the 3rd term, okay, or the linear equation when 2 variables may be given to solve, or they might give you a small proof of any of the any of the theorem, okay, small proofs, and they might give you ask you the question for the sum of an AP, or probability questions might be there. So these kind of problems which are very easy will be there in the section B part. Section C will carry 3 marks for each question and there will be total 8 questions. So 8 3s are 24 marks will be there from section C. Section C and section D are the most important part. Now the HOTS question which you have already been very scared about the HOTS question. So the higher order thinking skill questions are definitely if the board gives, they'll keep it maximum in section C, 1 question in section C, or maybe 2 questions in section B or C section. These are the 2 sections which carries the HOTS question. These are the 2 sections which carries the HOTS question. So section C, sometimes students find it difficult because of the presence of the HOTS question. But if you're good with your concept, if you have not mugged and if you have understood the concept, then these questions you will find out really helpful, I'm telling you. Okay, so section C will be having 8 questions and total 24 marks. And section D, the large questions which we know are very basic, like the specific questions, geometry, whole NCERT you should be done. You should be done with all the important theorems, Pythagoras theorem, proof of the Pythagoras theorem, proof of the areas of 2 similar triangles will be in the ratio of the square of their sides. So these kind of proofs, once you have done it, these kind of proofs will be very important in these part. They might ask you, I can ask you basic proportionality theorem, BPT I can ask you Pythagoras theorem, I can ask you any question of statistics. Now section D, there are many predicted questions also. Definitely out of these 6 questions, 1 question will be from statistics, that is nowhere it is going. Statistics, 1 question pakka. 1 question pakka from linear equation in 2 variable, 1 question pakka from trigonometry, 1 question pakka from this part, triangle. So these questions now, these are a fixed criteria. So these questions now you need to attend. Now see, statistics is such a chapter where they cannot twist the question further. If you know the formula, if you know how the formulas work, what are the values of the units given in each formula, statistics is very easy part. Right, so section D and section A, I would say, are the easiest part if your preparation is good. If your preparation is not good, then no one can help you, that's for sure. I'm not sugarcoating anything. If your preparation is not good, then no one can help you. That's like you are living in your fairyland where you think the paper will be set easy for you. It's not like that. If you study good, if you have studied well enough, if you have studied the whole syllabus, then only you'll find the paper easy. That's a relative thing. No paper is easy or difficult. In the same class, ask a student who has not studied properly. He'll say, oh my god, the paper is very tough. Ask the person who is very interested in that subject and covered the whole syllabus. He'll say, no, paper was easy. So that's a relative thing. I would always say that paper is never difficult or never it's easy. It all depends how much you are prepared for it, right? So section A and section D are the scoring part. Section B, maybe one question or two questions. Section C, maybe one question, not more than one question, will be of the HOTS type, right? Now, is there internal choice provided in that? Internal choice means what, bachcho? See, here as you can see, total number of questions are what? 40. In examination, what they'll be doing is that they'll be giving a choice in some of the question. Let's say question number 9 is there. It has choice. Either you can attempt first one or the second one or part. So here there is given that internal choice is what? In the question of 1 mark each and 2 marks each, there are the internal choice questions will be there. That means there are 2 questions will be there in which the choice will be provided. In which the choice will be provided. And in section C and section D, there will be 3 questions in which the choice will be provided. That means you can do any one out of them. Now, whenever you are going for the questions where the internal choice is given, na bacho, always go for the questions. Now see, many of the students have this thing in mind ki if I will attempt a difficult question, now that will give a good impression to the examiner ki oh, this boy is attempting all the good questions. It's nothing like that. Just remember, whatever I'm talking about this question, I'm especially in this part, this is for science, maths, SST, all the subjects I'm telling you. Wherever the internal choice questions are given, try to attempt that question which you can present better. Whatever question whose presentation you can do better, try to attempt that question. Don't try to say impress the examiner by your knowledge. If there is internal choice, if you do the first part or the second part, for both the parts, you will be getting the same marks. So try to choose the question, try to pick the question in which you will be able to write the answer properly, you will be able to say demonstrate the answer properly. Suppose if science is there, suppose in science, suppose one question is of human eye, so draw the diagram or something. I'm just giving you an example. Or some is for let's say one for your digestive system. So now if you're good with the drawing of the human eye, draw that. If you're not very sure about the human eye part, if you are sure about the digestive system, so draw that. So these kind of questions you need to tackle in such a way that whatever part you can represent better, that will help you in getting the good marks. That will help you in getting the good marks. Your presentation should be awesome. In mathematics, one more thing, whenever you are using any part, anywhere, any formula you are writing, any part, anywhere you are using a formula, suppose AP question, you are finding out the sum, always write the formula, and get this habit from now only, because formulas also represent formulas gives a good impression that the answer is purely structured. So these are the things which will make yourself stand out better. Understood? That perception should be there. So you need to present yourself in such a way that the examiner will get to know ki, oh, this person has done good. Understood? So the presentation should be better. Go for the questions in the internal choice where you think that your presentation will matter the most. Your presentation is going to be awesome. Understood? So this is how you have to attempt your paper. Now, this 80 marks paper, how it is distributed among the different chapters. So let's have a look at that part now. So bhaiya, these are your 7 units in the mathematics. Number system, algebra, coordinate geometry, trigonometry, mensuration, statistics and probability. Now see, let us understand. Number system is your first chapter, real numbers. Now in this, the 6 mark question, first thing is you should be very careful about is if there is a question in option say section C or section B, so the question will be prove that root 2 is an irrational number, right? And prove that root 5 plus 2 plus root 5 is an irrational number. So these kind of questions, proof of irrationality is a very important part. Then the next kind of questions in section A may be that which of the following represent a terminating decimal. So you know that the rule for a fraction to be a terminating decimal is what? The denominator should be in the form of 2 raised to the power m into 5 raised to the power n. So that's a simple question. a simple concept, and that will give you a score there. So the basics you should understand very carefully. Okay, then the algebra part. Now in algebra part, what are the chapters there? The chapters are polynomials, linear equation, two variables, and quadratic equations, and arithmetic progression. These 4 chapters are there. These 4 chapters will give you 20 marks. Number system is giving you 6 marks, so you can think of 3, 2, 1. One question in section 1, one question in section 2, one question in section 3, like that. Okay, the algebra part is 20, so 4 chapters are there. What are the 4 chapters? Polynomial, quadratic equation, pair of linear equation, 2 variables, and arithmetic progression. Very important chapter, and try to learn them in a sequencing. Okay, so these chapters start with the polynomial, then go for the pair of linear equation in 2 variable, then go for quadratic equations, and then go for AP. Because in AP some of the questions will be taking the concept of linear equation in 2 variable as well. You must have learned that the third term of an AP is 5, the 7th term of an AP is -10, find out the first term and the common difference. So there we make linear equation 2 variable, right? Remember? So that is the main part there. Now bacho, so try to understand this part here, ki algebra has 4 chapter and they carry overall 20 marks. Now see, in this part now many students where they face the maximum difficulty is, sir, the quadratic equation and the pair of linear equations in 2 variable, when you are solving NCERT, it's easy for you ki this will be solved by pair of linear equation in 2 variable, this will be solved by quadratic equation. But when you solve the question, sometimes I have asked, like many students will ask me, sir, how do you figure it out that whether this question will be solved using quadratic equation or whether it will be solved using the linear equation in 2 variables? So my answer to all of you, if you have such doubt, always remember bacho, in the question of pair of linear equation in 2 variable, you will be having 2 variables. Suppose, for example, the cost of 5 pencil and 3 pens is this, cost of 3 pencils and 4 pens is this, so find out this. So here you can see cost of pen and cost of pencil, they are not related to each other at all. Cost of pen and pencil, they are not related to each other at all. So these questions will represent what? These questions will represent your linear equation in 2 variable. And along with it, you know, upstream, downstream questions are also there. Time and distance questions, which are very important. Here also many students will make the mistake, ki, sir, how do you do it, this part? So try to assume your variable. What should be your variable? Okay, if only one variable is enough to form the equations, then it will be following quadratic equation. So rather than having this idea behind your head ki bhai whether it should be pair of linear equation in 2 variable or quadratic equation, focus on forming the equation. Once you have got the equation, you will get to know now whether it is linear equation 2 variable or quadratic equation. So focus on forming the equation, try to learn the art of forming the equation. How do we form the equation? Whenever the time and distance questions are there, we'll be thinking ki, okay, suppose whatever question is there, which part is fixed? If there is a given that suppose a person travels with this speed and covers this much time, upstream downstream question, suppose it takes 24 minutes to cover upstream and 10 minutes to go downstream. So in this part bachona, we will be looking at this part ki acha, upstream and downstream the distance is same. So distance is equal to what? Speed into time. The time is already given. So accordingly we'll say ki acha, the speed of the still water. So upstream downstream, so we definitely know is quadratic is the linear equation 2 variable. So now practice more what I've told, that first try to figure out on the formation of equation. That is the most important part. How will you form the equations? Once you have learned the art of forming equations by looking at the equation, because I can create a vast number of questions which you might have not solved till now, but if you know how to form the equation, then only you will be able to solve it further. So forming the equation is the most important part in this topic, algebra. One more important thing is, from the polynomials, the relationship between the sum of roots and product of roots with the coefficient of the quadratic equation. That's a very important part, very easy thing. Then let's move to the next unit, which is coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry has 1 chapter and it will be of 6 marks. And the most important thing is what? Distance formula and section formula. Very 2 important part. And the area of a triangle. And area of triangle, it can be used to find out whether 3 points are collinear or not. So if 3 points are collinear, area of triangle formed by them will be equal to 0. So that's a very important thing. Okay, rather than using the distance formula, it is better to check the collinearity using the area of triangle formula. If the area of triangle is 0, that means the points are collinear. right? So these are the points you should remember. Now when you are doing the coordinate geometry, so you should first understand ki, do I remember distance formula, do I remember section formula, do I remember the formula of area of triangles? Yes. Then it means you're good with the chapter. Solve some questions. If all the questions you are able to solve, that means you're doing good enough. Let's go for the next chapter. So this way, try to analyze ki, okay, what are the kind of problems are there in that chapter, and am I able to solve those kind of problems or not, right? Let's move to the next unit. The next unit we have is geometry. Now in this part of geometry, bachcho, the topic which you have is what? Triangles, circles and area related to circles. The topic circle is very small topic. In that topic, there is one good question that they'll be telling you ki, in the NCERT, this is a question. A triangle is circumscribing a circle, and in which they have told ki the one part is 6, one part is 14, some type of question, and you have to find out all the three sides, length of all the three sides of the triangle. Remember? So in that question is a very important question of the topic circle. So learn always, whenever you're revising, solve that question one more time so that you'll get to know ki, okay, you're good enough. Otherwise, in the topic circles, only 2 theorems are there. Topic triangle is the most important part. Topic triangle is the most important part. This geometry, which is carrying 15 marks, I'm telling you 7 to 8 marks or maybe 9 also will be from the topic triangles, because that chapter is really very important. Vast concept is there. Similarity of triangles, basic proportionality theorem, Pythagoras theorem, the relationship between the similarity of triangles, what is the relationship of the perimeters of two similar triangles, what is the relationship between what is the ratio of perimeter of two similar triangles, what is the ratio of areas of two similar triangles. So these kind of concepts are very important. Understand them, go through their proof as well, because they might ask you the proof of the theorems as well. Understood? Pythagoras theorem and BPT and area, ratio of the areas, very important theorems. Perimeter proof is also very important. So these are all linked. These are all linked. By Pythagoras theorem is nothing but application of similarity of triangles only. So try to understand ki which triangles you will be proving similar. Don't learn it one by one. Just remember the diagram and then say, okay, first I have taken the similarity of this triangle with the large one, this triangle with the large one, and then I have written the ratios of the sides, and then I'm getting the relation ahead. So this is how, bacho, you need to move ahead. Understood? So try to understand the theorems, understand the proof of the theorem rather than mugging it. Don't mug them. Okay, for the proof of, suppose say area, by area ka proof, the ratio of areas of two similar triangles is very easy. Understood? So there is no mugging required. You just know ki, okay, half into base into height is there, and I have to prove ki height is also in the ratio of the sides only. So that thinking you need to develop now. So triangle is a very important topic, and then areas related to circles also is there, but very minimal formula. Area of a sector is very easy, but area of segment, use pure geometry. So area of segment is a very important part. Always remember that area of segment is the most important part in the topic areas related to circles. Then we'll be coming for the mensuration part, in which you have surface area and volumes. You can see that there are many shapes. Frustum of a cone. Many students are finding it difficult. Many students are afraid of using frustum of cone. But bachcho, I am telling you, frustum of cones are the questions. If you are getting a question from frustum of the cone, the question is going to be direct question. They'll give you the upper radius, lower radius, and the height and the slant height, and they'll ask you CSA, TSA or volume. Now, if you remember the formula, then those questions are just the calculation, nothing else. So frustum of a cone, do not forget to remember the formula. That is very important. You will not have enough time to derive the formula. That is why I'm telling you, frustum of the questions are direct questions, and that is very important. Okay, that's the very important part. Sometimes the questions are like, you have cut the part, so bottom part is frustum of a cone. So in that case, you need to learn that relation ki, if I cut a cone from between, so the triangle part which I see, they both are similar triangles, or those concepts you need to understand now. Okay, I'm just giving you the themes that how you should prepare for your studies. I'm just giving you the themes that what and all you should know about all the concepts till now, and whatever concept checks I have given you till now, if you're good with all of them, very good bachcho, you're doing really awesome. If you're not able to recall some of the concepts, that means you need to revise that. So that is also helping you in doing that part. Right now, the next part is statistics and probability. By very easy unit, this is the easiest unit out of these all because the questions cannot be tricked much. By statistics is what? The simple formulas are there for median, three methods for mean, one formula for median, one formula for mode, and then the graphical less than type and more than type. More important part is what? First thing, all the three formulas for the mean you should remember, and these formulas are related. Try to understand how do you form the equation, and you can see the formulas are related to this part. Then go for median, the direct formula is there. Mode also direct formula is there. Now, when you go for less than type and more than type, the most important part is how do you convert say a grouped frequency distribution table in less than type or more than type, or how do you convert a less than type table or more than type table in a group frequency distribution table. So these are the important checks. Then probability is the easiest chapter there. Just one formula, number of favorable cases upon total outcomes. So in this part na bachcho, the two dice problems is very important. Two coins problem is also very important. And that also is very important, that probability of not happening of an event is 1 minus probability of happening of an event. So these are some of the important parts which you should be realizing all. Okay, so these will all constitute your whole part. Now you can see bachcho, CBSE has done such an amazing work in distributing the marks distribution. The marks distribution has been done overall for all the chapters. So if anyone is telling you ki do this chapter, leave this chapter, they are all giving you wrong directions. Please do not leave any chapter. If your aim is to score 90%, 95% or like get the awesome marks, maths is the easiest subjects to get full marks. So if your aim is that, do not lag anywhere, do not leave any chapter, do not leave any exercise. Okay, NCERT, I have been telling you again and again, Bhagavad Gita है तुम्हारी, NCERT को पूरा एकदम समझ लो अच्छे से, especially for mathematics, science, I am telling you, awesome it is. Okay, so go through it properly, go through for each and every problem. You should not get stuck in any problem of NCERT. Then go for the mock test, you will be able to understand it. Now by I'm telling कि भगवत गीता है तुम्हारी NCERT, तो पूरा क्वेश्चन रटना नहीं है. You have to understand the concept, how it is forming. Okay, so practice more, ask the doubts, and you'll be able to do this part. So this is all your whole the separation of the topics here in the mathematics part. So I have told you how much weightage does each part carries. And suppose if you are facing difficulty in geometry or in trigonometry, trigonometry I am not discussing. Trigonometry there are 2 marks. Two chapters are there: introduction to trigonometry and application of trigonometry. Very easy topic. Introduction to trigonometry. First thing is you should know the relation, quotient relation. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta, and you should know the ratio. Sin theta is what? Perpendicular upon hypotenuse. Cos theta is base upon hypotenuse. Then there are 3 important identities. Then the complementary angle relation is also there. Sin theta is cos 90 minus theta. Cos theta is sin 90 minus theta. So sin and cos are complementary. Tan and cot are complementary. Sec and cosec are complementary. Then reciprocal relation is also there. Sin and cosec are sin and cosec are reciprocal. Cos and sec are reciprocal. Tan and cot are reciprocal. So tan cot is the only pair which is reciprocal as well as complementary. Okay, so these kind of the knowledge, if you have this chapter's knowledge, if you are done with this part, then go for the solving of the questions part. Okay, the to prove questions in trigonometry, they are very important. Learn them. How do you do it? Try to see the main approach when you are solving a trigonometric question, that how do you prove something. So the main approach there is, bachcho, what you know, the main approach is try to simplify the equation. It's nothing by any step I am doing na bachcho, I am trying to simplify it. So suppose if I have given proof that this is equal to this, so try to look at that. Ki suppose if you saw ki the LHS part is given in tan and cot something, RHS part is given in sin and cos. So from here you should get an idea ki okay, the answer I should get in sin and cos, that means these tan and cot should be converted in the form of sin and cos. So this is how you need to develop the understanding of the question, and then try to solve it. After that it is nothing, simple addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Those operations we know. So focus on simplification, and your aim should be the RHS. You need to reach RHS. So try to go step by step, think. So this understanding you need to develop now. Okay, so this is how you can prepare for all the parts. I have told you the important topics in all the parts also. Application of trigonometry, bachon, there you will be there, the application part is very important. Just try to understand that they will be giving you two triangles. Suppose angle of elevation, angle of depression. So you should know that angle of elevation, when I am talking about the angle of elevation, the angle is always from what? The horizontal line to the angle at which I am looking. Okay, the line of sight. Understood? For the angle of depression, the horizontal line from the eyes and the line of sight. So this angle is the angle of depression. So these things are very important: angle of elevation, angle of depression, and always draw a diagram in application of trigonometry. I'm telling you, diagram will help you a lot in solving the questions. A lot. Downstream, upstream, downstream question, speed and distance question. Draw a diagram, bachon. You will analyze, you will realize the question ki, oh, this is what the question is trying to tell you. Okay, so this is all my strategy, bachcho. Now, if you are getting any doubts in any of the topic, you can go. I am saying that at least all of you will be having at least ₹1, right? So you can go and take the 1 class challenge. You can apply for the micro course. Just watch any one masterclass full and send the screenshot of the masterclass of you and the link of the micro course which you want to purchase, and send it to youtube@vedantu.com. You'll be getting a mail from us with a coupon code. That coupon code you apply on that micro course, you'll get it at ₹1. Okay, so that is why I have brought this thing, because in this preparation time, if you are getting, see, by now you must be knowing ki I have told you about all the topics which are there in all the chapters. So if you are not comfortable in any of the topics, go for the 1 class challenge and you'll be able to get the micro course so that you can understand it further better, right? So bachcho, this is all. Now, before moving, I don't want to depress all of you. I want to inspire you all. I want you all to understand ki bhai, see what this statement is saying behind me. It's saying ki don't limit your challenges. Never limit your challenges. Never limit yourself from any challenge ki bhai, you cannot say ki, oh, this task is out of my way, I can only do this task. Never limit yourself. Never limit your challenges. Challenge your limits. Challenge yourself. If you think that you cannot get 80 marks, challenge yourself to get 90 marks. Then only you'll be able to reach there. Na? Bhai, a dream has to be a big dream. Your dream always should be big. You cannot dream ki, suppose if your dream is only about, sir, my dream is to get 60%, but at 60% so you can get easily. If you'll dream big, then only you'll be able to achieve somewhere near to it. So your dream should always be big, and then after dreaming, the hard work towards that should be very, 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 very religiously. You have to do the hard work there to achieve that goal. Just setting the goal doesn't make sense. Setting the goal and working towards it is the key here. So again, I would like to tell you all, bachcho, set your goal, set your marks goal for each subject and work towards that in the same manner. And suppose till now, suppose in pre-board out of 80, suppose in mathematics you have got, let's say 60 marks. Now challenge yourself that in the boards, I'll be getting 70. I'll be getting 70. If your marks are less than 70, okay, challenge yourself to increase 10 marks more. If your marks are less than 50, challenge yourself to get 20 marks more than the marks. Suppose in your pre-boards you have got out of 80, let's say you have got 40 marks. So now your challenge is to increase, to show an increase of 20 marks. So now you should get 60 marks. If you have got, say, less than 60 marks, so you have to get now 10 marks more. And if you are in the range of 70, you have to get 5 marks more. Because as you'll if you'll increase the score, the scope of improvement changes, like it decreases a lot. If you are getting 75, see, if a person is scoring 40 marks, it's very easy for him to reach 60, right? But if a person is scoring 75, it's really hard to go for 79, 80. It's very like difficult. Okay, but if you are already at 75, you know how much hard work you have to do and how much where you are lacking. So that way, in that way, it can make sense for you. Ki, okay, now the sense of improvement should be there. Okay, so I am telling you, bachcho, again, always do not limit your challenges. Okay, do not limit your challenges, challenge your limits, right? So bachcho, this is all from my side in today's class. Like this video, share this video with your friends, and do comment us for your any need, any chapter which you want. So we'll be covering many parts. I'll be coming up with the more and more videos on this channel now always. Okay, and Subscribe to this channel बच्चों. Do press the bell icon so that you'll get the notification. Now we are coming every day with lots and lots of classes. And any doubts you can reach out to me at gopal.paliwal@vedantu.com. Okay बच्चों. So this is all from my side in today's class. I'll see you soon in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Good night. See you soon. Bye bye बच्चों.